Hey everyone, and welcome to another Among the Tombstones episode. I'm North Central, and we are back here in the Mount Zion Cemetery in Anmore, and we're in the Gorby plot. So this is the Gorby family plot, several of them here. The one that we're going to be concentrating on today is Mckimmie C. Gorby Jr., who fought in World War II. Bronze plaque, you know the drill. Let's get started right now. All right, guys, so this is Mckimmie C. Gorby Jr., WT, U.S. Navy, World War II, August 16th, 1923, January 2nd, 1996. Getting some of the debris out of here a little bit. We don't get stuff, we don't continuously put stuff down on the grave or on the plaque while we clean, which is really going to be inevitable. There's a lot of pine needles here. Just clean up just a little bit here, go around real quick. All right, here we go. There we go. Try to remember, I have the overhead camera going right up here, and trying to remember to keep my big head out of the way. All right, let's go ahead and get Mr. Gorby here soaking. Don't have to wait. We're just here to get some dirt and stuff off, and that's really about it. Nothing really grows on these. All right, away we go. Nice little clean down. Good enough. Oh, I was not prepared. I did not start my water. It'll be a moment, guys. Got to get some air pressure going. Oh. All right, let's get this thing cleaned off. All right, we are going to wipe this off just a little bit and let it dry. So somebody asked me on one of my platforms Why is this the least favorite of the VA markers to me? And don't get me wrong, these are beautiful. They're probably the nicest looking of them, but they just take a lot of time to keep nice. I'm not a fan of flat markers in general, and that's because they're, flat and they're easy to cover over, but a lot of people like them, so there's nothing wrong with liking them. It's just not one of my favorite. They're difficult to take care of. This is why it's not one of my favorites. We're going to let this thing dry, and then we will be back. All right, guys, so we're going to be using Renaissance wax. This is a microcrystalline wax polish. This is the 200 milliliter, and this is the 65 milliliter. You can see there's a significant difference, right? This is what I got initially, and I ran out of it, and I bought this. The cheapest that I found this is in my Amazon store. So if you're looking for Renaissance microcrystalline wax polish, go down to the description, click on my link tree. That's going to take you to all things North Central. In that link tree, find North Central's Amazon store. Click on that, scroll down, and you're going to find this wax. You're going to find both of these. You're going to find this one, and you're going to find this one. And it's the cheapest that I found it on the internet so far is in that store. So happy waxing. This is great stuff. So this thing has some definite issues. If you see these big gaps like this with the brown, and then this crazy looking stuff here. This crazy looking stuff here is the, hang on, let me get my rag ready. This stuff here is the clear coat that they put on these from the factory failing. This plaque was done, I mean, he passed in 1996, so this plaque was probably placed here, anywhere between a few months to 6 months after he passed, I'm assuming, and it's been here for a while. This kind of thing happens. If you want to prevent this from happening, then my suggestion is to wax them. Now, when you wax them, this is not an all-around fix for these plaques, guys, okay? What you're going to be doing is putting on a sacrificial layer. It will shine them up a little bit, especially the newer ones that don't have the blemishes and all that stuff on them. It's going to make them look, 10 times better. But this stuff's pretty good. It will polish them up some and make them look better, at least for a while. Now, another thing that you have to understand is this wax goes on wet. What do I mean by that? Well, you can see that as I'm putting this on, some of the blemishes are going away. Not all of them, but some of them are. This wax will dry. Okay, this is a polishing wax. Now, somebody asked me if you could buff it, and it's not really a buffing type of wax. You can, to a certain extent, get a nice soft cloth and try and buff it out just a little bit, and it might make it a little bit shinier. Maybe I'm not for sure, but to my knowledge and to my experience, it's not really a buffing type of wax. It's not like a car wax. It ain't going to make it perfect, that's for sure. But it is going to make it nicer. It's going to make it a little better. And that's okay. That's what we want. We want the best looking that we can make it, Mr. Gorby here, I think he deserves that. As do all the veterans in this cemetery. How often should you wax these? If it's a loved one, I mean, listen, if you're doing 2 or 3 of these or 4 of these or 5 of these a year, wax these every 6 months, right? Every 6 months or so, give it a good wax. If you're doing a lot of them like I do, I'm telling you what, the last time that I actually waxed this one was probably 2 years ago. I mean, besides the fact that I avoid these plaques, and that's it's terrible to say, but I do. I kind of avoid them a little bit. I don't. They're not my favorite. But having said that, if this is a loved one, then I would do it every 6 months. That will help keep this really nice and pretty for quite some time. Now, you can see that, or maybe I think you can see, I'm leaving some wax in here, right? I'm not able to get all of this wax out of some of these places that it's at. That's okay. That's okay. It's not a big deal. Just leave it there. One of these nice hot summer days, sun's going to beat down on this really hard, and it's going to melt that and make it clear. And it'll be good. All right, guys, that one is done. Mr. Mckimmie C. Gorby Jr., WT3, U.S. Navy, World War II, 1923, 1996. You're going to be doing okay for Memorial Day. On to the next. All right, guys, so I'm going to try and stay over to the side this time. This is Bryan K. Gorby, Specialist U.S. Army, Persian Gulf. I was alive during this conflict. October 6, 1964, February 29, 2016. Airborne Infantry. This was a soldier, guys. Got a real pretty plaque. Stuck it on this nice, real pretty piece of granite. Like this. Out of here as best you can. So they have these two memorials almost right on top of each other. I'm not sure I know all about that. We'll see. Maybe they were cremated or something like that. I'm not for sure. Let's see if we can't find out though. All right. Again, I'm trying to keep my big head out of it, but you know it's kind of long. Maybe I need to come up top. Come right here. Maybe now I can keep my big head up. That's not what you guys can see. You know I didn't come from my big top of my head. Here we go. Keep the water. guys, so I only brought one microfiber towel. And I wiped off the other one and then waxed it with it. So it's all I'm going to use it for now is waxing. I do have some of these cotton shop towels. They are not as good as a microfiber towel, but they'll suffice, I suppose. Let's see if we can get through here and get most of this stuff out of here. Cotton sometimes leaves little pieces of itself laying around like that right there. All right, guys, these things dry really quick when the sun's hitting them. They get kind of warm a little bit, and they dry fairly quick. It's got some sap on it. So again, we're using Renaissance Microcrystalline wax polish. This is the 200 milliliter. If you're wondering where you can get it, go right down into my description, link tree. Go to my Amazon store. It's for sale in there. Help the channel out. So we're going to start in this corner and kind of work our way over, and then we're going to work our way through the lettering and then do the rest of this. A little bit goes a long way. A little bit goes a long way. Make sure you do the edges too. You know, they're bronze. You need some protecting too. So these little spots like on the R and the A, right, and the B's, I don't actually treat, you're not going to actually get your rag done in there. The best thing to do is to get some polish on your rag, on your microfiber rag, and go over it, and that's going to deposit some down in it. And then again, a nice warm day when this thing's in full sun and heating up, that's going to melt, and it's going to make it look, and it's going to protect it and spread it out evenly, right? Little ticks and tricks to these things. Okay, so this was all done. Over here, get the B. I like the cross in the center like that. That's pretty. Instead of a lot of them just have the cross at the top, right? I do like the cross in the center. That's pretty. Infantry Airborne. Training to jump out of a perfectly good airplane. Now, these guys are pretty fearless. These guys are pretty fearless. This one's actually in pretty decent shape. All right, guys. Mr. Gorby. Bryan K. Gorby, Specialist, U.S. Army, Persian Gulf, 1964, 2016, Airborne Infantry. Thank you for your service, sir. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. That is 2 memorials up, 2 memorials down. They are scrubbed, they are waxed, they got flags on them, they are ready to go for Memorial Day. Thank you for everything that you guys do in watching these videos. This platform is monetized. I know sometimes the ads get a little crazy, but it helps me get money to where I can come back and do this exact same thing. So with that note, if you're not already subscribed, go down and subscribe. If you haven't made a comment yet, go down and make a comment. If you haven't given this video a thumbs up, we don't do thumbs downs around here. We're only thumbs up. Go down and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.